everyone. GM, also, hi, Sophia. So great to have you here with us. Everyone, yeah, welcome to the first Celo Hackathon Wrapped. This will be so much fun. I'm very, very excited. We have amazing hackathon projects. We have a fun presentation about all the things that happened this year. But before we kick off, let's just get started with the agenda. So we will start off with our recent amazing success in Bangkok. We will present you the two winners, one for the mobile track and one for the open source track. And then Andrew, our favorite builder ever, will do a very quick presentation around how to bring your hackathon project, how to get grants, how to build out your hackathon projects to receive ecosystem grants. And then we will have a short panel with more of our favorite builders, Blessing and Emiri. And then we will go into the main showcasing of hackathon projects. And then we will just close with just like some outlook and also how you can stay engaged over the next month. And we will start first with a presentation. But before I start, I'm sorry, this should not be shared. Maybe Sophia wants to say a few sentences so I can get ready with my presentation.
Yeah, no, super excited. I think one of our intentions here with leading this Build with Celo showcase is throughout the whole year, we have done a bunch of hackathons and we got to meet a lot of you all and a lot of builders and talk to you all a lot in person, online, all around the world. And we've really grown as like a builder community. And we wanted to take this time at the end of the year to just like super celebrate our wins and some of the amazing projects that have come, get to highlight all the amazing work that's happened even like since the hackathon, and just get an opportunity for our community and our builder community to see each other. And people maybe from the ETH Global can see the Build with Celo, the Celo Africa DAO, code jams, and we'll get it all blended all here. And we can see some of the builders in our community present and share their wins. So just super excited to have you all. Really big thank you to all our speakers and everyone who is coming today to present. And thank you all to everyone in the audience for showing up for these builders and getting to celebrate them.
Yay. Thank you so much. I think that was very beautifully said. And now I will start with our very, very cool presentation. So I hope this works. Let me just, okay. So we are doing a hackathon wrapped, and who needs Spotify wrapped? So let's get started with, oh my God, I really was planning to have some music underlying, but let's do this without some music and just the excitement. So first of all, we're gonna kick off our hackathon wrap with our top projects, Blockbed. We met in East London and they are getting ready to build, like they have been building and getting ready for MiniPay. So it's been a really exciting story. Unfortunately, they can't be here today, but if you want to learn more about their project, just go into the Celo YouTube and you can find them in our last hackathon showcase. Then April Token, because they are already live and have so many users, like that's incredible. Canvassing, because it's a winning hackathon project built by Andrew, so I don't need to say more. Atmos from East Brussels, who won and then pivoted, and we will do a presentation later. And Tontine, who we love, our newest addition to project building for MiniPay. And then our top builders, I already said it, I will say it more times. Andrew Kim, Joseph is our #1 top builder, followed by Blessing, Miri, Gabriel, and Frau. And huge applause for all of you for like building so much hackathon projects, being amazing, contributing to open source, helping other builders, and just overall being very, very amazing. And yeah, let's go on to the next slide. In total, all of you builders built 420 hackathon projects on Celo and deployed at least 7,000 contracts. 20 out of your 45 winning projects continued building. This is like incredible and showcase how much the builders are in it and how motivating it is. And that's because that's 44% out of all the winning projects who are still building. 76 out of the builders that continued building on Celo continued with the same apps. Some of you continued building with other apps, but yeah, they like, I think, huge amount. And then also adding here some open source work. We already have 16 merged pull requests for this during the Scout game, which means 1,000 CUSD went to the open source contributions. Much more is coming, so wait for the end. And here our top AI hackathon projects. Obviously, Start 3 used to be Lingofy by Blessing, CrowdSnap AI, FusePay, and Pineapple OS, built by Jovan, who is also who was the top builder of the last year together with ABS. But we didn't have a hackathon rep. And unfortunately, he couldn't be here today to support us. Next, the top projects built on MiniPay. We have Blockbet, as already mentioned, Karos Recycle. Also, if you want to see their presentation, go back to our hackathon code, showcase from the last time. Then Buddy, Taxify Siaya, who will present later, and Tontine, who you will also get to see now. And then obviously we only grow through like giving support to each other. So our top mentors were Jordan, Ronix, Elias, Derek, Gallian, Jovan, Shiza, Alex, Nahim. Shiza, I'm so sorry for writing your name wrong, but I know your name. And then most active on Telegram and supporting were Andrew Kim, Jovan, Precious, Gabriel, and Farol. And the support given was 10,000% because all of you were so supportive with each other. And it was beautiful to see the community and the support you give to each other and how you grow with each other and learn from each other. And yeah, top countries for our builders were Nigeria on the top. We don't even have to talk about it. Like, thank you and shout out to our Nigeria builders. India, Kenya, South Africa, and Ethiopia. And our top community partners were obviously South Africa. Shout out, we love you for all your support and everything that you do every day. Ice Edis, they are responsible for our huge numbers from Ethiopia. Web3 ladies, shout out to Precious and Hadao and Mamsu Code, who brought a lot of projects. And so in total, that comes up to like 60,000 hours of work. I wrote 600,000 because we all work every day, and 30 workshops that you all attended and contributed to, and we had a lot of fun in. And now I wanted to add, before we move into the hackathon showcase, I already mentioned the open source contribution, and just like looking out to the next year, we will focus a lot more on open source contribution, and we want all of you to participate. So like definitely sharing the link later, but just like some words from our community about that. Gan from Glow Dollar shared that the Scout game has been, which is the program for the open source contribution, has been a tremendously successful way to get developers to contribute to open source projects. It's a great way to get outside eyes on your projects. They are willing and able to pick up tickets that otherwise may get deprioritized. And Gabriel, who unfortunately can't present his project today and join us, what he shared was, currently I'm actively working on Sumji, set to launch on Celo. The Scout game has been a game changer, pushing me to become 10 times more active as a developer, contributing to open source projects and receiving contributions to my own. Celo ecosystem has provided countless opportunities for growth, and I'm deeply grateful for the platform. I look forward to contributing even more to Celo in the future. And yeah, just a shout out here to all our builders, to everyone, and to everybody who will be contributing in the next year. And now we are already getting into our first presentation, and that will be from Tontine for the ETH, who were the ETH Global winner for the Best Responsive Web App. They are a savings platform that reimagines the community piggy bank. That's why it's a piggy bank. And yeah, very excited. You convinced us. We knew immediately you were the winning team. So thank you so much. I will invite you to the stage now. Tack.
Hi there.
Tack.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
All right. So yeah, we are Tontine Money. So we won the best mini integration during last hackathon in Bangkok. And we are a little app built by a team of 5 people that is made to make people save easily and even win by it. So what problem are we trying to tackle here? The problem is very simple. Is that in many countries, mostly in emerging countries as well, we've seen that traditional banking is failing to address the financial challenges faced by communities. We realize that people struggle to save money on a regular basis, and they are subject to gambling and predatory practices. We've especially seen that in Bangkok when we were there for the hackathon, because you can see in every street there is lottery tickets everywhere. There is a real market for that. So yeah, we've seen that there is a real lack of financial knowledge around investing and saving, and especially how to handle saving management. So what is our answer to this problem? Our answer is very simple. It's a cute app that is already integrated on MiniPay. It's an app on which you can deposit, of course. It's very easy, and it encourages you to save money by giving you a potential saving out of your potential winning out of your saving. It's very simple. You can deposit very easily, very straightforward, and you can, of course, withdraw right away. Very quickly, and there is as well a possibility to do automatic saving, what is called DCA in the crypto market. So we have an option to do this automatically and do seamless deposits on a periodic basis. So that's very simple. This is how the app works. Basically, on the interface, you just deposit your money very simply, and you can withdraw it whenever you want. And you're gonna be eligible for potential rewards out of it. And you can as well, of course, set up the recurring deposit I talked about. That's pretty simple. So what is the technical features that we implemented to have this? It's very simple as well. So it's basically a smart contract that is safely and securely handling deposits and the DCA and pool creation directly on Celo. Everything is based on CUSD. This way, all the interactions are very easy and seamless. Even the transaction fees are in CUSD, of course. So all of this is built on top of AMMs. Sorry. In order to, we are leveraging, the yield generation that this creates in order to create the rewards that are being offered to the lucky winners. The DCA support is built with a custom backend, and we integrated a meta transaction on it. And all of this, of course, is available directly on MiniPay and even Telegram. as well, in order to have an app that's fully mobile first. So what is our roadmap now? What do we want to do after this hackathon and the past few weeks? What have we done? We intend to have the app listed on MiniPay. We would really love that. We really think it fits amazingly with the ecosystem of MiniPay. We already built a gamification mechanism inside the app in order to reward and incentivize the people engaging on social networks, for example, for our app. We also are working on the legal compliance part of this. We know it's a very important topic, and we already have the terms of use ready for the app. We just need a robust legal check now for this. And of course, finally, we want some user feedbacks. And this, we think, will, of course, come with the MiniPay listing, because it will help a lot to have some acquisition. And that's pretty much it for this app. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you for letting us participate to this talk.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. It's like 2 weeks ago or something, and you already you're so much further than the last time we saw. Like I can see the work you put in, so it's really impressive. Really, congratulations. If you have any questions, follow Tontine Money on Twitter and reach out to them. And I think because we are kind of a bit on the time, we will invite our next speaker, Manu from Superflow, on. Thank you so much, Tontine. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you.
Hi, Manu.
Hello, hey Lena, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thanks.
And so I welcome Manu for everybody. Like Manu, where you start sharing your screen. Yeah. Manu built Superflow, which is a CLI tool for one-click deployment of tokens and liquidity pools across multiple chains. Very useful. And it was, again, very clear for us that you are the winner. So are you able to share yours? Yeah, it's here. Okay.
Yes, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right. So hey everyone, how's it going? It's nice to be here. Today I'll be talking about a project called Superflow, which we built during our one of the recent ETH Global Hackathons, which was hosted in Bangkok. So before I talk about Superflow, a little bit about myself. I am Manu Rajput. I go by the name of Distro Infinity over the internet. You can find me with this handle on Twitter, Telegram, LinkedIn, or wherever you want to ping me. I'm a software engineer at Flint Labs. I am one of the founding engineers of LogX, which is a PubDex. Do check it out. Also, I'm a fellow from ETH India 2023. So, in order to understand the problem that Superflow addresses, let's talk about TGEs, or like token generation events in general. So, I'm taking an example of the LogX token, which we recently launched, and I want to elaborate on the steps that we had to take during and post TGE. So the LogX token is deployed on Ethereum mainnet, and the total supply of the token is minted on mainnet itself. Now we want our token to be present in an LP pool on Arbitrum. So we had to bridge our token to Arbitrum from the mainnet, similarly to Base and then to Mantle. Once bridged, we had to set up LP pools on various dexes of each of these chains like Uniswap, Aerodrome, Izumi, and etc. etc. Now, if we want our token, let's say, to be present in the LP pools of Celo, we would have to bridge our token to Celo and then set up LP pools on the dexes which are present on Celo one by one. And imagine doing it for 100 plus chains. Like that sounds very exhausting and repetitive in nature. All of this can be automated. And here's where Superflow comes into picture. So Superflow automates the entire process or the steps that I explained earlier. Like it helps you with token generation, bridging and managing one or more bridging or managing your supply of that token to one or more chains, setting up LP pools of your token on one or more dexes of these chains. Superflow does all of it, like in one single click. So moving on to the demo, like right now, Superflow is a CLI tool. You run one single Docker command and it reads the necessary input like the parent chain, total supply of the token, and other ERC metadata, destination chains, and the dexes from the env file. Once the token is deployed on the parent chain, you have the token address. Then we set up warp routes for your newly deployed token. Warp routes are powered by Hyperlane, big shout out, and it facilitates cross-chain communications. Once the warp routes are deployed, we bridge the supply you define in the same env file to the chains that you're interested in. Now, once your token is successfully bridged, we set up LP pools for you on the chains and the dexes you specify in the env file. In this example, it was Celo, Base, and Uniswap. In the end, you have the information like token, pool addresses, owners of that pool and tokens, which is right now logged and also written to an output YAML file. So like you can have this YAML file and you will have all the deployment results with you. So that was Superflow. And what's next for our project is that we want to take the CLI tool that we have to the browser, so that like token generation happens at the click of a button, and not just devs, but normal folks can also launch token, set up LP pools on any DEX that they want. So yeah, that is the next steps. I hope that was helpful and worth your time. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.
That was so amazing. Yeah, I think token fragmentation, like liquidity fragmentation, is such a huge issue, and you're building the solution, so that's very exciting. So I would love for you to add your project also, as it's open source, to the Scout game, but I will reach out to you about it. So everybody, if Manu is open, you can soon contribute to his amazing project. And this, I pinned the Twitter account, so please follow Manu. And thank you so much. And now, and now let me quickly share my screen again. And because what is happening now, I will invite Andrew to the stage. And hi, Andrew. How are you doing? Great to have you with us. And
hi guys. Hi Lena. Hi Sophia.
Hi.
So
Andrew prepared a talk for us, from Hackathon Win to Securing Ecosystem Grant. I think it's a very, very useful talk. He sent it to me and I loved it, because I think especially if we looked at, if anybody has watched read Juliet Tech's thread about how we approach users, I think Andrew provided a really good guide for like how, when developing your product, especially as a developer, you still need to think about users, because otherwise you might not get that far. So yeah, Andrew, I will add your screen to stage and remove this. And then you can go.
thanks. Hi guys. I'm happy to be here. My name is Andrew and I am the project manager at Canvassing. And I'll be wrapping up the year by telling you how we came from a hackathon win to securing a grant in the Celo ecosystem. And the Build with Celo 7 hackathon, it ran in the month of July, and it was themed transforming rewards and loyalty, which is what our project is about. And our project is called Canvassing, and it provides online surveys rewarded in stable coins. So what you do on our platform is you simply create an account, you explore an available survey, you submit your response, and you get paid out in CUSD. Simple as that. And our project is built for MiniPay, and it's built to live within web-based stablecoin wallets like MiniPay. So why does our project matter? If you've done a survey ever, you know of this common payout model. So a platform will give you surveys and they will pay you out, but the catch is they will set a threshold. So for example, if you've done a survey and you've made maybe 10 cents on the dollar, they'll tell you that you need to reach at least $5 for you to be able to withdraw. And then on top of that, you have to integrate with a third-party provider who probably has other hurdles that you have to go through. So canvassing addresses this problem by paying you out almost immediately after you complete the survey. And now this brings an existing business model, which is used by apps like Swagbucks and the like to the Celo ecosystem. So where we can get data from people, we get information about a product, and then we reward the participants without needing them to overcome so many hurdles. So how did we come from prototype to MVP? So at the hackathon, at the BWC7, the demand was simple. So you build a proof of concept and you have something to show that is in line with the theme. So once we built our hackathon prototype and we got the attention of our grantors, we decided to work on the design and the development of our MVP, which we called V2.0. So shout out to our very own Benedictus Ogada, our product designer. So he put together a Figma prototype and we engaged a total of 7 participants from Nigeria and Kenya, and their feedback guided our initial validation steps. So we used that information to develop our MVP. And then when we completed it last month, we engaged the same people in an end-to-end experience, which was very positive. So I mentioned that we got the attention of grantors, and the grantor in this case is Presenti. For the people who don't know Presenti, they are an organization that gives grants to projects within the Celo ecosystem. And in the application guidelines, they're mostly focused on public goods funding. That is projects which are not focused on income generation, but those are usually not locked out. So our projects is more of a public good style where we do a survey, we get the data, then we generate important reports, maybe on the demographics of users, maybe using MiniPay, etc. So when you're making your application, when you're approaching these grantors, you need to understand your own project's purpose. Also, you need to tell them about your team's capability, the technical feasibility of the project, the specific deliverables that you have, and the impact that you're going to have within the Celo ecosystem. So at the moment, in the short term, we have contract agreements. Of course, when you get a grant, you have a contract and you have milestones that you need to achieve. So we are out to do surveys. Once we get listed on MiniPay, we are on that journey. And once we do surveys, we generate reports, we offer them to the ecosystem. At least you guys will learn, maybe the people other dApps to use us to get insights, because we're already working on the infrastructure. And I think as a grantee, the grant usually puts you in a good place, because if you have any expenses and you have any needs within the team, you're able to take care of them, and you're able to give the project the most important resource, which is time. So I think we should go in that direction of trying to move our projects from hackathon to the grant stage. So I think as I close, the one thing I would like to tell you is something that Lena told me in July when we were canvassing, is we all need to get seriously building, and we need to get serious about building. So in the coming year, ideate more, have a prototype as soon as you can. And if you're technical, you can leverage on toolkits like the Celo Composer. So shout out to the DevRel team, Celo Foundation, and look up for the grant opportunities. So apart from Presenti, we have Gitcoin, and I'm sure you can tailor your application to fit their needs so that you make it evocative and that they get your attention. So as I close, a special thanks to my founding partner, Benedictus, for working with me. I also want to appreciate the 7 participants who helped us in the UX prototype and MVP testing. That's Akim, Aisha, Ayorinde from Nigeria, and Joy, Keith, Jeff, and Ali from Kenya. And finally, thank you, Lena, for the help. Personally, I would not have come this far without your help. And I think the Celo Foundation DevRel team is really doing a good job of empowering devs. And I would love to see more of that coming the next year. So thank you so much.
Andrew, as always, it's lovely having you. And I'm very excited to have you also speaking in the next panel. It will be, yeah, congratulations on everything. I think it's, for everybody who doesn't know Andrew, he just started building on Web3 in the beginning of the year. He discovered Celo through Chainlink, a workshop I did with Chainlink. And since then, the amount he won every hackathon because he just like locked himself in a room and learned everything. And now he learned everything about project management. And I just think that's amazing. So yeah, I'm very excited to invite you to the next panel. It will be a very quick one. We have, unfortunately, Amiri can't join us. Amiri has been building Isuzu, which is a hackathon project as well that he has brought to several hackathons and also the Celo camp, and has continued building it. He had to drop out early, so we will just have, I will add Sophie, I'm not sure. We will just get started with a few quick questions because I just value your insight so much. And I think it's very helpful for everybody who's getting started to build on Celo. So without further ado, Andrew, you already introduced yourself, so I will just hand over the microphone to Blessing, who is a hackathon winner and also after winning a hackathon, became the Celo South Africa chapter lead and is now with us here because he built Lingofy, which he won the AI track with, and now it has a new name. So, Blessing, do your introduction.
Hey. It's always good to see you guys. Hi everyone, my name is Blessing, as Lina said, and I'm building Stat3, which was formerly known as Lingofy. So Stat3 is a Web3 onboarding platform that simplifies blockchain adoption for individuals and communities. So Stat3's mission is to onboard the next billion users on chain. So what does it mean? Basically, we're using AI to have flows, and I like to call it like guides that takes the user through customized journeys in terms of like how do you create your wallet. They are able to ask questions and take them through. So the things that makes it unique is basically having multi-language. So basically anyone can use their native language to interact and also be able to make transactions, all kinds of things that you can do with blockchain, but with a little bit of AI in it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And maybe you can also, you did the Celo camp as well, right? With your project. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Just wanted to add that to your story.
Thank you.
And you won a lot of AI hackathons. I just wrote that. But yeah, Blessing is an AI hackathon winner because that's what he's building. So I have like my first question is, what did you gain from the hackathon experiences, but also from this accelerator? What were the most impactful parts, and what was your favorite learning experience? I just have a quote here from Gabriel because he can't be with us, so I'm just quoting him here. Gabriel just tells everybody to just keep building. You will, when you look back, you will see a huge progress. So, but yeah, I would love to understand, how did you come so far? Like, what made you continue building, and what was motivating for you, and what were your favorite parts?
Okay, so my hackathon experience is kind of crazy. mainly because before every submission, I always chicken out, right? But there's always like this guide or mentor who's like, no, Blessing, just submit, you know? And eventually, when I submit, I somehow end up winning or being part of the top teams, which is kind of crazy. But what I've learned the most is that, like, when you're building, do not give up, you know, like your solution is valid. So you only know once you have submitted that you have done a lot of work, because we don't actually, because we set such a huge goal when we are building or when we are starting, to a point whereby we don't get where we want to and we feel like giving up. But only after you've submitted, you see that, oh, I've actually done a lot. Hey, so that's how my experience has been. And through Celo Camp, I managed to meet like a lot of amazing people. Like, I would advise that you join Celo Camp because it allows you to meet a lot of industry experts and also learn from the people who have made it and people who have different stories. And it's always amazing to learn from those kind of experiences.
Okay, thank you so much. So like don't chicken out and attend accelerators because they will teach you a lot and give you a great network.
Yes.
Just for everybody here, because you don't know that story, I gave Blessing 2 mentors in the first hackathon, and only because of the mentors he submitted and won, and that's why we have his project, because they pushed it to them. So yeah. Just on a side note, Andrew, what do you feel is your favorite learning? What is your biggest success, and what was the most impactful part of your journey?
I think the thing that stood out for me in the hackathon journey was how much learning I experienced. You come into a hackathon just to learn, but then the environment of a hackathon, the deadlines, the check-ins every within the 2 weeks of the hackathon, the environment, it pushes you to learn like you get to a place where within a week you've learned so many things and you can do so many things, and that's actually amazing because those are the kind of environments where good developers are born. That's where you learn things that stick with you and you get by the basics so fast. So I think the learning has been very impactful. Yeah
Nice. Very quick because we're already running over time, and we have a lot of more exciting projects. What is next for your projects? What are the next steps? Blessing.
I think at the moment we want to have conversations with MiniPay stakeholders to get listed. That's something we're really looking forward. I think MiniPay is going to be a very big thing in the next coming years, so it's a good place to start. And we're also looking to now, once we have that listing, because the listing gives us access to many active users, then we can now start running our surveys, and then we try to generate reports, and we give people in the Celo ecosystem perspective on who the people who are using stablecoins really are. So that's the place where we want to go, and I'm sure MiniPay will help us a lot to get there.
Yes, exactly. Because if you build for MiniPay, you have access to 4 million users, which is and 100K daily active users, which is incredible. And I think a lot of apps are looking for, especially if you reach a certain threshold, you can get grants, you can get whatever, but like if you don't have users, you get frustrated because your project will never reach a certain stage. And that's what MiniPay provides. So build for MiniPay. And thank you so much. Blessing. What are your next steps?
Awesome. So for start 3 is to continue building. We have discovered that our platform is like a huge need within the ecosystem because we have these various technologies that we have, but adoption is kind of difficult. So that is the problem that we are actually trying to solve. So the next step is to continue building. and hopefully attract some grants because we need resources to keep building, So that's all from my side.
Okay, amazing. More coming soon. Thank you so much, you two, for joining. I think everybody learned a lot, and I'm very excited to see where your projects are going. Please also drop again your Twitter handles in the chat. And yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome.
And
Bye.
Congratulations on your projects. Bye. And now we are already at our showcases called Building Momentum in the Celo Ecosystem. And first up, I will invite Lando from April. And first of all, the Celo DevRel team met Lando in East Denver. And since then he got interested in building for MiniPay and participated in the Tsunami and the Build with Celo 7 hackathon. And it's a great, if you have a project that you want to showcase to us, like just take part in the hackathon and be like, hey, I'm building a feature. And that's how we get aware and can introduce you and support you. And April is already, has done already 12.5 million transactions on Celo with 30K plus wallets. So they are live and they are working, and Lando already has years of experience in Web3. So a very experienced founder, and I'm very excited that you decided building on Celo. So I will just get you on stage. And do you want to share your screen?
Yes, let me share it here. Present share screen.
I can also just like give an intro to April. I have it. Okay.
Are you able to see my?
Yes, I'm able to see it. So just like to finish the introduction, April is building Reap, an AI-powered blockchain-based platform that delivers right deals to the users effortlessly. And now the stage is yours.
Hi, so I'm Lando, and we are building Reap. It's a effortless savings platform that AI-powered deals effortlessly to users to their fingertips. The world is moving away from inefficient deal discovery, which basically takes users time. It's very time consuming. Users don't have time. It's very frustrating. And we want to make it much easier and to save users time. We do that through our Reap AI, which personalizes deals based on specific users using our Swarm intelligence technology. It's the deals and the users all basically have a wallet on Celo. We generate a unique wallet for the user, and as they interact with the platform, we learn, and the AI for the user also learns, and it adapts, and they get rewards. And as they do additional purchases using the deals, then they get cash back in crypto, and they get additional rewards. It's our traction. We've crossed about 15K users in about 100 markets, and we're really just getting started because we learned a lot from the hackathon, and we did some minor pivots, and we really took learning from the hackathon experience and from our experience with Tsunami, which also helped us to fine tune and adjust our offering to best fit the users. We also try to reach out to users as well to learn, because it's a learning process, we feel, and we try to always innovate and to take feedback. So since our hackathon participation, we've made a lot of changes, and especially leaning into the AI and leaning into exactly the problems that our user was facing, and also doing a lot of stress testing at scale, as Lena mentioned, regarding our some of our incentivize some of our gamification involving like tap to earn and various earning mechanisms that we used in conjunction with gathering data, so that as we gather more data, our AIs are able to learn, and that's why we were able to generate such a large amount of transactions on chain. We use that learning to basically plan out and understand how we can leverage the AI and the learning and the various gamifications across the platform, and to basically move towards this effortless user experience. This is basically our competitive landscape setup. Our competitors are like Honey, Rakuten, which shot back in like Slick Deals. These are really like Web 2 focused. I mean, they are coming into Web 3 a bit, and but we because of our experience and because of building on Celo for quite some time, we are able to take advantage of the unique cost efficiencies for on-chain transactions. So this allows us to really to build up this particular system that we're working on, and to really hone it and to really integrate deeply with the Celo blockchain. It's we are using AI to personalize deals and engaging with users more, so they interact and they have better experiences, and then they earn on-chain rewards via Celo directly sent to their wallet. So that's a brief of our project, and just a brief idea of where we stand currently.
Thank you so much. Love to hear good feedback about our hackathon collaborations. I think Tsunami is doing an amazing job, so very happy that you had a great experience. And congratulations to how far you've come. Like, this is just incredible. And yeah, I think many people in the ecosystem are talking already about you. So that's
yes. We really, the hackathon experience was really good. We really learned. We gave feedback. They said, fix this, maybe improve here. Here's a suggestion. So we try to listen and learn as much as we can, because it's really valuable feedback, and it's really valuable. So it really helped us, and we try to take advantage as much as we can.
Amazing. Also, for everybody, Tsunami hackathons are running constantly, so like consider applying, because they are really good if you want to grow and become an actual business. Thank you so much, Lando. I will
You're welcome.
invite as the next person. We have David from Atmos. Hi, David. How are you? Great to have you here.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Just before you get started, I just want to say they were at Atmos, was previously called Net Zero. They won in East Global Brussels, and then they pivoted a bit. I'm sorry. And yeah, very excited to hear your presentation and your story. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's a good place to start. We competed at ETH Brussels, and Celo was the main bounty we were going for, and we were doing the mini pay bounty. And our project was this app that basically tracked the form of transport that you used to get around town automatically. And if you used a climate-friendly form of transport, like walking, for example, you get rewarded with points. If you used a car, you would have to offset your emissions through Celo MiniPay, and as a result, you'd also get points. And then you could spend these points on fun things like free train tickets, obviously net zero train travel, or like tickets to the local theatre, that kind of thing. So that was the concept for our first product, Net Zero. And it was I think a pretty good idea, good success. But we wanted to keep moving with the mission, and we started speaking to some businesses, and we found that one thing they were really concerned about was sustainability reporting. So for some context, right now, there are only a small subset of businesses that have to report on sustainability. It's about 12,000 businesses. But by 2028, 50,000 businesses are going to have to report. And a lot of these are small companies that don't have the resources to hire consultants or build dedicated internal teams for ESG reporting. So the idea with Atmos is that we're building software to make it simple for them to create these reports. Now, AI is obviously a massive trend right now. So we dove headfirst into AI tech, and the concept is we want our dashboard to be like the whole user journey, the whole user flow is guided by AI. So you can kind of think of Atmos as your corporate ESG reporting expert. So yeah, we want to focus on like a user-friendly interface, one-click report generation, and making reports customizable and also collaborative so that companies can create the reports quick, fast and easily. In terms of AI, it's very much the standard type of system. We want to build a support agent that's actually useful for businesses, and we started doing some user testing to find out more. Now, one of our key features are integrations. So what we want to do, and this is what our other companies in the space don't do, is we want to integrate with the software that these SMEs already use. So for example, if they use QuickBooks, we can automatically pull energy consumption data. If they use SAP, we can automatically find out about their materials and resource use. And that's going to save them a ton of time when it comes to creating these CSRD reports. So yeah, we have a kind of user flow here. I won't go into the details on this call. Yeah, we're trying to price it at a fraction of what they actually save. This is the team. Yeah, we're all big into blockchain and hackathons. And yeah, we've just started doing some user research with an ESG manager at Allianz, which is a big German insurance group, which is super exciting. And we're planning to kind of work with them to find out what they're doing and potentially start building some software tailored just for them. And then at the same time, build out Atmos as a kind of like a wider software package. Yeah. So that's it. If you want to test it out, just scan that QR code. Thank you.
Can you please add your Twitter somehow? Does Atmos already have a Twitter? Can you post it so I can connect quickly? Because I realized I got just for everybody if they want to reach you. Otherwise, this is David's Twitter, so you can just also reach out to him. And let's just quickly pin it here. Thank you so much. Wow, this is such a development, and I think a great example for where you can go with a successful hackathon project. And I think also I think my question for you would be what was your path from the hackathon project to where you are right now? That it is a different project now, so I can maybe explain to everybody, share what.
Yeah, so I think we were just thinking very practically about if we were going to make a living from this kind of software, where would we start? And we'd have to start with getting funding, working with businesses, and we just didn't see that kind of path when we were doing the hackathon through Web3. But saying that, we actually want to move back now and start integrating Web3 more into the software, because it's just something that we're passionate about and we have good development experience. So we're super keen to get involved with Celo again, and we're thinking about potentially putting some of these ESRS requirements, which make up the CSRD reports, on chain, and then potentially creating a way for hedge funds or investors to automatically pull the data on chain for lots of companies. But yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, I think it's always good to ask yourself who will actually use it, right? How, and I think that it's a great question. I think when you ask yourself how do I make money with it, it's almost the same question as who will actually use it? Who are our users? Define your users. You went to the businesses, and I think in the end, all of especially Celo has been the home of refi, and I think we have amazing projects that show what can be done, but also how hard it is to sell Web3. And I think actually your path sounds more, I think, is a path that might be easier to like go from like a general approach of like what is needed and build some blockchain infrastructure in the back end, as it's just the best technology for that. So yeah, congratulations so much for this, and thank you so much for joining today.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Lena.
Thank you. Next up, I will invite Agus and Onodwa. Both of them were a team that won at the Taxi Cash Hackathon organized by Celo South Africa. Blessing was leading this. You already met Blessing. The hackathon was like incredible. Like I just want to say, like, this will be more like a product demo, and what was most impressive for me when I was judging these projects was I did so many Build with Celo hackathons, but nobody ever really followed along with the user experience of MiniPay, or like that I and try to implement that into the app and really follow, like try to understand how do we onboard Web2 users, or like how are Web2 users supposed to understand an app. And I think, yeah, you'll see it. It was great. To see that app. So thank you so much for joining today. Very, very excited to have you here. Have you added your screen? Can you share your screen? Oh, let me. And also you're muted, so you can also unmute yourself.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes. If you need some time, we can also have another project present first, and you just like take your time to like start sharing your screen, if that's okay. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no worries. Then, okay, next up is Thomas from Buffy. No, it's not Buffy. I'm always saying I don't know when I watch it, but Thomas, how do I properly say the name of your project?
I think you're saying it right. It's just me who's saying it wrong all the time and saying it in Spanish. We're actually rebranding Buffy to sound more like that. But yeah,
it's Buffy. I think it's so funny. Anyways, for everybody, welcome, Thomas. So great that you can join us today. Buffy won in the East Global Super Hack in the Celo track, and yeah, we were just like very impressed by your project. So I tried to keep up with what you're building, and you went to a few more hackathons to build out your project. And so yeah, the stage is yours.
Awesome, Lena. Thank you so much. So yeah, let me tell you a ghost story and tell you about what we're building in Buffy. So Buffy is this vision of creating a neobank notion where we're creating a cutting-edge platform where spooky crypto finance becomes easy. Our goal is to empower users with the tools they need to manage their finances effectively and securely, leveraging the transformative power of blockchain technology without being spooked by it. So in the end, Buffy is your friendly ghost, guiding you through the world of savings, payments, and DeFi solutions, tailored for global markets, but with a focus on emerging markets and remittances, and also the future of work. So our target users are all of these freelancers and SMEs doing cross-border payments, working from the global south to the global north in basically emerging markets. And the issue with these remote teams, freelancers, and SMEs is that oftentimes the remittances market takes a large cut out of their payments and the remittances they're bringing into their countries and their currencies. But also they have disorganized accounting, they have multiple clients, and they have everything just in different places. We want to create this place where they can bring all of that into a single platform. And of course, the issue of inflation, by creating a stablecoin first platform, we can combat hyperinflation and allowing them to access capital. So in this way, Buffy solves cross-border payments by reducing transaction fees and fraud, It makes stablecoins easy by helping users protect their savings from hyperinflation and accessing capital. And in the end, what we're building is this enterprise-grade toolkit for everyone, a place where you can keep track of your projects and finances alongside your team and collaborate with other teams on projects with several tools that are AI-enabled. In this sense, this neobank notion that we're creating is a place where we do B2B for freelancers and teams, where they can keep up with their accounting and financial planning, while also doing invoicing and having cross-border payments for the work they do. And once they do that, we enable DeFi services for them to get access to capital through a money market protocol and doing their own project management alongside it. And all of this, as I was saying, is powered by AI. So the business model for Buffy is simple and straightforward. We have a software as a service platform for all of this, which we call the desk app. And then we also have a DeFi platform where we'll have very minimal transaction fees. Here's a tech preview of what we built for the Super Hack Hackathon for Meet Global, where we built mostly the money market protocol sketched, but we also did a lot of work with payment links on MiniPay, where you can send and receive money with basically links using Peanut protocol. So yeah, that's it for my pitch. We can connect on Telegram and Twitter. I'm CryptoPoeta. So yeah, let's talk. Thank you so much.
Okay. So first of all, thank you so much. Let me also just ping. You're on Telegram, right? That's your Telegram. You're not on Twitter. I tried to find you on Twitter.
Oh,
but
no,
maybe
I
you can. You are? Yeah, maybe you can just share your Twitter link so I can just ping it for the people. But yeah, I have one question for you because I know, and I think that might, like as I already mentioned when I introduced you, that you attended a few more hackathons. Like, how did that help you shape your MVP? Like, how did you come to where you are right now with the product?
The first hackathon we did was Eat Global Super Hack 2024, and I did it as a solo developer. So yeah, the idea
so impressive.
It was an adventure. But yeah, the feedback I got from it, being able to use multiple technologies and experiment with that, really helped me out ideate forward to what I actually wanted to build. Because playing around with different technologies also tells you what's possible and what is not, and that was super helpful. So the next hackathon I did was when I took a leap of faith and came to Argentina, where I'm based right now. I'm originally from Ecuador, so I'm a builder from Ecuador, building my own stuff on hackathons and so on. So I saw that there was a lot of things happening in Argentina. So I decided to come to the Base Hackathon and the Avalanche Summit Hackathon, which coincided. And yeah, I decided to come here for maybe 1 week or two. I've been here for 3 months already because of all of the things that are happening here in Argentina, which is amazing. And the feedback I got from these other hackathons really helped me, push forward from that initial idea and pivot to what you guys see today. So yeah, definitely doing hackathons. I think it's the best place to get started on your project, testing out with new technologies, new ideas. If you have, an original idea, being able to pivot is super important, and to adapt and to keep building. I think it's very, very important as well.
Yeah. I love that. You said so many things that I resonate with, like especially like the thing that hackathons are great to test out different technologies and see like if they fit or like if they can improve your architecture, facilitate specific features, and yeah, also yeah, we have a few winning projects. Not all of them could join today. Who actually doing something similar of going to different hackathons, pivoting their project, really trying out what is the best fit, and on the way also figuring out the technology. So also as Andrew said, like get serious about building, like continue with if you win a prize on a project, continue building it. Do not always start over. I think it's great to learn that. Thank you so much for sharing all of these insights. Super valuable. And let me just quickly share here. This is where you can reach out to Thomas, who is an amazing developer because he built all of that alone. And you can check out the Hackathon project on ETH Global in the showcases. And it's very impressive. I think if that you built that alone. So like congratulations and congratulations on coming so far, and excited to see your project so hopefully soon on Celo, because we are the home of stablecoins, and I think it could be a very great fit. And yeah. And I love the part with the Avalanche, the private blockchain infrastructure. I think it enables, like, opens up opportunities for way more complex and interesting applications. So
For sure.
looking forward to our chat next week.
Right.
Thank you so much. And let's try to get another one. Goes on. How are you doing? Are you able to share your screen?
Let's try it again.
No?
Yes. Let me try this.
Agus, you have very loud background music. But no worries. If it doesn't work, oh, it's really loud. No worries. Okay, we are already a bit over time. So what I would suggest, you just record a presentation video and we will repost that. Because I would love, I will just link it to the, because this is all streamed on Twitter. So I will just, like, if you record a video, we will just add it underneath, and then you will also have your presentation. Because yeah, I think your project is great and I would love to showcase it. Thank you so much for joining, and please, I will chat with you because everybody should see your very, very good product. Thank you so much for joining. And I think I have one question for you before you leave, that you can answer me without having to show your presentation. How did you manage to get the good user experience? Like, what did inspire? How did you learn to build this really good user experience? Because was it my workshop? Was it you going through MiniPay and understanding how MiniPay works? What helped you understand how to develop that great user experience?
So
like, for example, what you did was, like, in MiniPay you can have a little switch between the currency, that you can either see the amount in like crypto or in your local currency, and you added that. I really like that. And then you already took over kind of the design of, like, how MiniPay kind of styles their components, like not fully, but like in the direction. And it was very, like, you made it very simple. And how did you get there? Like, what was your thought process and your design process?
Oh, so first of all, it was all thanks to your help. Because we were struggling, we didn't know what to do. And then when you gave us a sense of direction where before a payment is made or a transaction is made, users have to confirm that. So that was one of the factors that helped us with that. And also, it was just simplicity. We were thinking, like, if someone has to use this, like most of the taxi drivers, they just want simplicity. They want something fast and quick and easy to use. So we thought, you know what, let's make it as simple as possible, where taxi drivers can push a button and get their money sent to them quickly and immediately. So that was one of the factors. And also, we were told to keep integrating, iterating, and building on to the platform. So it was just a case of making things simpler and easier, and also just declustering the whole UI in terms of, like, user interaction. So the user knows, like, okay, this is where I get my incentives, this is where I pay, and this is where I see my previous transactions. So just making things easier for the user. And also, we had to test our app and get user feedback, and that was very pivotal for all this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wait, I'm gonna mute you because the music is so loud in the background. But you can follow Onodwa on Twitter and get updates on the project. I know Celo South Africa DAO is doing a model where you, like, milestone based, get rewards on continuing building your project. So very cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing you evolve, and always here to give feedback. And yeah, help you grow. Thank you so much for joining, and please don't forget to record the video, the demo video. Okay, thank you so much. And now I just wanted to add Nando for a second to the stage, because I didn't get to ask you my question, which I had. And I think because like you have so much experience, you have been in the space for such a long time, you're like not a first-time founder, like what made you decide to build from Celo and from MiniPay? Like when you met Viral in East Denver, like what was it? Tell me.
Yes, it was a great eye opener, because I like to understand fees, because it's critically important to understand fees, because that's your cost of running your business on chain. So when I found out about Celo and the very competitive fees, it really got my attention. But after we integrated and started to really understand and use the platform, it made sense. It's cheap, and it's fast, and it's very robust, and that's important if you want to build a mass consumer application. So that really got us up into the ecosystem, and really happy we took that decision.
And what was it? And I also know you learned about MiniPay, and I was like, so like
yes.
So to summarize, for like Celo, it's you finish and then I summarize.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Viral also mentioned there's a MiniPay application, and he said you want to get on this MiniPay application. So I said, okay, we have to do two things when we get back: integrate Celo and understand MiniPay. And we studied both, and it made sense. And especially, it's making much more sense now because of MiniPay, the stable coins, Celo, the cheap fees. It all works together. And it's all coming together quite beautifully, because the world is moving to a stable coined world. And whether it's commerce, whether it's like gaming, whatnot, remittance, it's all going to be done through stable coins from various countries' currencies. And the home of stable coins and the one of the best stable coin wallets, that is a Web2 brand. It brings everything together, and it just seamlessly works at the whole system. So we made a good decision by Celo and MiniPay, and they're going from strength to strength.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, I love that. You summarized everything I would normally always say when I introduce Celo, like very cheap gas fees. We can have one second block finality when we are at layer 2. So like on testnet, we already have that. And yeah, stable coins. That's it. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining, and also for sharing about that. And yeah, I will. Thank you so much. And now I will just share our last slide with you. And that is basically just what now? So what is our goal for the next year? First of all, support all builders to build, to grow. And if you have a project that you think fits to Celo, if you build focused on stable coins, if you are if you're live and you're looking for a distribution network like MiniPay, which has more than 4 million users, and now has a standalone app for Android and soon iPhone. So it's going global. In case you are have that, feel free to reach out, pitch your project. We want to see you. We want to talk to you. If you're a builder and you're still not ready to launch your own project, definitely follow us on Celo Devs for all updates on the programming, what hackathons we're going to participate in the next year, but also follow and join the Scout game. I already introduced it a bit and shared a bit about what it means. But the Scout game is an open source program where you get rewarded for contributing to projects in the Celo ecosystem. And as Gabriel said, even if you build your own project, you get and you're signed up as a builder, you get rewarded for committing to constantly building. So it's a very great incentive mechanism. You can get scouted, but what Celo does, we also offer rewards for contributing to the different projects. If you are an open source project in the Celo ecosystem, please also reach out, because we would love to add you. This is the Scout game, and here you can also learn about all the rewards. We will also be adding a new tier, so there's like bigger rewards coming. And yeah, what I think is also really, really useful is like, just as a developer, if you still want to grow, if you might look for a job, it's a great way to get feedback from a senior developer. If you only have hackathon experience, it's a great way. Gian, like, she's Deborah at Stacknet, we did the Women in Ethereum Protocol study group together. She always says, you have to read code, and you learn so much faster. So like, make sure you sign up, you start contributing, you start understanding different repositories, different ways of like structuring, building, writing code, and let me know when you have signed up, and make sure to join our builders Telegram group. It's here. It's just built with Celo. And when you signed up for the Scout game, let me know that you signed up with sharing your GitHub, in maybe not publicly, or like publicly if you want to do that. And then finally get your pull-up. So what we are doing is for today, we have 2 cute pull-ups that you can claim. One is just the general Celo pull-up, and the other one is a special one for Hackathon Wrapped, which looks extra special and extra cute. So make sure to scan this QR code. You will have to sign up to our events platform. And by claiming this pull-up, you will also start becoming a Celo builder, and that makes you eligible for receiving rewards at one point. So don't forget to claim your pull-up for joining today's session. And also, the platform where this event is hosted, it's called Lemonade Social. It's the platform where we host all our events. So you can also follow us there, because we will post all the hackathons that we attend, that we host, and you can find out all the workshops. So follow us on Twitter, follow us on Lemonade Social, and yeah, just like, thank you everybody for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been so fun. I hope you enjoyed the Celo Hackathon Wrapped 2024, the first of many, I hope. And I wish you a lovely December, and start building, continue building, and I see you all soon. Bye bye. Thank you.